Hi guys, welcome back to my live stream. So today we're going to be talking about trades that I did in 2020 and kind of my mindset in 2020, what it's like to trade on Robinhood. And funny enough, I'm still trading on Robinhood and also still trading on Coinbase. It's where I started. And it was really crazy because basically I found this video. And if you haven't seen this video yet, just type in playing with Robinhood 2020 under my playlist somewhere on this channel. You'll be able to find the video that I'm referring to. So basically, yesterday I was just like looking on my computer and then I found this video that I saved from 2020. It was like one of the first like finance related videos I've ever uploaded onto YouTube. And I'm so glad that I kept it because it is very dear to my heart now. And I never looked back at that video until today when I uploaded it. So I was watching it for like the first time for like 4 years. And I definitely recommend you check it out if you haven't already. But it was just really crazy to see, like, I guess how wild it's been since I started my portfolio. Well, I started trading on Robinhood in 2019, but that video was made in 2020. And then when I made that video in 2020, I had already experienced like what I thought was pretty traumatic in like stocks and trading options and ETNs at the time. Really, what I meant was like TBIX, which no longer exists. But, anyways, by the way, nothing on my channel is ever financial advice, entertainment purposes only. Do not ever take anything from my channel as financial advice. Thank you. Just come in here and enjoy yourselves. Talk about anything you want. Smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. All that good stuff. And if you are interested in checking out Robinhood, by the way, you can use my link pinned to the top of the stream. Oh, wait, never mind. That's not a link. I messed up. That is not the link that I meant to post. Oh, man. Good times. Okay. It's forgive me. It is really hot. Like, I am literally recording this while it's like 80 Fahrenheit in this room right here. So, yeah. I'm not even sure if I'm thinking straight anymore. Okay. So, yeah, so that video was from me trading in 2020, and it's funny because like I feel like I feel like the same person looking back at that video, like watching it, but then at the same time I feel like totally different. So there's like similarities and then there's a lot of differences, I guess. I feel like because I've been filming and because I started to do live streams too, that definitely brought in more confidence for myself. Like I'm more confident in front of the camera, I'm more confident making videos. Just the way I talk and everything is so different. My makeup is very different from 2020 versus now. So I think like appearance wise, the way I talk, like the way I present myself, my confidence levels have all like gotten better in my opinion, compared to like who I was in 2020. But the stupidity, don't get me wrong, is still there. So I watched the videos and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I made a video trying to teach people about using the user interface for Robinhood. And then I was saying so many wrong things. I'm like, oh God. And I don't even know if I even noticed it back then. Like I know I probably have seen that video when I uploaded in 2020, but I don't think I really even knew that I was wrong in 2020 until now in 2024. I'm like looking back at the fact, I'm like, how did I not go broke from trading options? Because I was like explaining it wrong. And I had like all these options in my account back in 2020. So, anyways, I just want to be clear about the fact that I do know now. I don't know why I thought I knew, but I was explaining it wrong. I said in my video, I don't know if I was just nervous in my video or I was just actually an idiot. But in my video, I was like, yeah, so I have like 3 contracts. I think it's for like RCL or Caribbean Royal Caribbean Cruise or whatever. I was like, yeah, I have 3 call option contracts, and that means it's 300 contracts. Okay, I understand that that's not true. One contract, one options contract is the right, but not the obligation, if it's a call, to purchase 100 shares of an underlying stock. Okay, 100 shares, not one contract equals 100 contracts. I said that like 2 times wrong in that video, and I was like, oh my God, Jesus. But yeah, so a lot of things that was, yeah, I was pretty stupid back then. I'm still pretty stupid now because now that I look back at the video and I'm like, I realize that if I had just watched that video So that video was made in 2020. And I was like talking about my mistakes from 2019 to 2020, because in the beginning of 2020, during the pandemic, I really missed out on an opportunity to cash in on $80,000 of a gain. And then I waited till it dropped to only have a gain of like $20,000, right? So then it originally took me, I think, like around $20,000 going into that trade anyways. That was, I'm pretty sure, TBIX. But anyways, so I was talking about that through the entire video. And now looking back, I'm like, oh, what the heck? But then I made the same mistake because I was like trying to say in that video, like, okay, next time you get an opportunity. And what's crazy to me is that I actually said the words one, like if I bought something for like $1 and if it goes to $100, then I like better sell. Like I actually said that. I said if something 100x's or like 50x's, then you definitely want to like cash out and make some money. But then even though I said this in 2020, crazy enough, 2021, it actually rang true, right? Like fast forward 2021, if you've been watching my videos, I had bought Dogecoin at like under a penny at one point, and then it obviously went to 75 cents. So I more than at least 50x. I pretty much 100x at one point, and I still didn't find that good enough. So it's like, even though I was in the my right headspace back in 2020, making that video on YouTube and being like so proud of myself, like, oh, I learned something, I didn't learn anything, because now that I'm looking back at everything, I'm like, okay, so you made a video at 2020 thinking you've learned a lot, and that if you 100x on a stock or whatever it is, granted, I didn't think I would ever 100x on a crypto ever, but either way, I was saying that I was going to do better in 2020, the beginning of 2020. And then clearly by the beginning of 2021, that had all gone out the door and just like flew out my mind. And I totally forgot about it, because that literal thing that I had exaggerated and was like, oh, if you get it for like $1 and it goes to $100, then I would definitely sell because that is the right thing to do. Like, I didn't do that. So now in 2024, taking all of this in, I hope I can learn. I can't even look at you guys and say with full confidence anymore that I won't repeat this again, because greed is a scary monster and it's hard to deal with, right? So I hope that I don't have to make another video in the future where I'm like, yeah, so you didn't learn in 2020, you didn't learn in 2021, you didn't learn in 2024 after your review videos of 2020, and then notice what you did in 2021. I don't want to have to keep doing this. But then again, I've done other like there's been other things that has nothing to do with money in my life where like I feel like I keep making mistakes at too. Like it's definitely a thing. I feel like it's a human nature thing, or at least my personality thing. I'm sure it's not just me alone, because clearly most of us don't make money in the market, and I guess I should just be thankful that I'm like in the green, and if anything, doing more than 10 times better than I did in 2020. Like my trading portfolio now, at the time, if you watch that video, I think I uploaded that video when my portfolio on Robinhood was like 50,000. Now, obviously, I'm like more than 10x that, luckily. So I'm really grateful that I didn't mess up, despite like not even explaining options right. And like so cringe. I don't like the word cringe, but I was cringing at myself. I think it's okay to use cringe on yourself. That is the only time it's okay. I don't like to call other people cringe, the way that other people call my videos cringe. But anyways, so I think it's definitely like a human nature thing, because for me, like I find that I do a lot of mistakes in the past where I'll like just keep repeating those mistakes, like the exact same mistakes. Like for example, I'll diet and I'll like lose 20 pounds within 2 months, and then I'll like forget that it actually takes maintenance. So then I'll end up eating a whole bunch because I just got like in over my head, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm so skinny, like, whatever I want. And then I do that, and then I end up gaining all the weight. And then it's super hard to lose weight again because you lost the momentum, like the ability in your brain. Thank you so much. Las sillas de Yami. Okay, you're retracted. Your message got retracted. Did you want to say something? Because if you did, I can read whatever message you're reading. Sorry, that light was blinding me. But anyways, yeah. So if you're confused about what I'm talking about, it's just an old video that I uploaded that I created in 2020. And I've just recently uploaded it now. So you can find it under my finance playlist, or just type in under my page, Robinhood 2020. And then you should be able to see it. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But it's crazy to see, I guess, like some of the things that I had said though totally came true, because it's funny to look back and be like, oh my God, I believed in Netflix. So back in 2020, I believed in Netflix. And back then Netflix was only like $400-ish. And I said in that video, I was like, yeah, I believe Netflix is still going to be around in like the next 5 years. And that's 2020, 5 years later. I guess that'll be 2025, but it's basically been like almost 5 years and Netflix is still around, and Netflix is like more, it's gone up more than 50% at this point, right? Because it's like still 600 something. So I'm glad that I got that right. But still, like, even though I said what I said, my conviction wasn't high enough to be like diamond handing Netflix. So I didn't diamond hand any Netflix shares. Technically, if I diamond handed like call options or whatever, I'd be like mad up right now. So, oh my God, good Lord. Okay. Anyways, we're also going to talk about GameStop and Dogecoin, and just, it's a really bad crypto crash right now, guys. Like, I don't know why this is happening. I mean, I could kind of enter into a guess that it's just, even if you don't think about the news, you don't think about anything, because there's so much like FUD going on right now about the fact that originally everybody thought that there was going to be like 3 or 6 cuts this year, right? In the beginning of the year, we're going to get 3 rate cuts. Then now people are saying we'd be lucky with even 1 rate cut. So that's like a certain possibility as to maybe why we're dropping. Obviously, people think that if we get more rate cuts, then it's going to be cheaper to borrow money, and then AKA to the moon for most stocks. And we're just going to get more of like a 2020, 2021 vibe. So there's like that speculation. And then one could say, okay, we also didn't get those spot ETH ETFs. And also there's not any massive, huge, bullish, crazy, great news for Bitcoin itself, because it's not like, okay, Elon Musk is like, all right, you could go and buy all my cars with like Bitcoin now again. Because at one point you could buy with Bitcoin. I never bought a car with Bitcoin, so you let me know if you have. But either way, like, there's just nothing like that great right now, I feel like. And that's all going to add to the fact that technically the S&P 500 already hit new all-time high so many times. And it kind of feels like we're in a techie bubble right now, like an AI bubble. I don't know about you, but I'm scared looking at how high the S&P 500 goes and NASDAQ, and just seeing that Microsoft, Nvidia, and Apple are all like over $3 trillion in market cap. If you don't think this is like really wild, and you think we're just going to keep going to the moon, and that there are actually people out there that think that Nvidia and Apple and Microsoft within the next, like, I don't know, 3 years can pretty much 2x. And I'm like, that's just a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. Not saying that it's impossible, because I don't tell financial advice, but holy Jesus. Okay. Dogecoin right now is not good. I'm not surprised though, because I'm just, like I told you guys, I'm just thankful we are above 10 cents. Do I think we could go down to 10 cents? I'll let you guys answer that. But yeah, I could also drop below 10 cents. Hi there, Henry. Sorry, guys, I was like blabbing on. Okay, I'm back. And then, by the way, if the stream is at all not super clear, just go ahead and look down in the description below, and you'll be able to find all my other platforms, which includes Twitch. And I am streaming over there, and I've heard from many people that on Twitch it's much smoother, much higher HD quality, so you could go check it out there. But welcome, a community member, Henry. Henry says, was crypto this low in 2020 after 2 months after asking for newbies? Okay, so crypto in 2020, after the halving, which happened in actually May of 2020, it was trash. It was actually trash for about 5-6 months, because I remember that Bitcoin in 2020, I got in, and I got in super late at like $8,000 for a whole Bitcoin. And then by the time Bitcoin actually started to show any signs of life after the halving in 2020, the halving happened in May of 2020, I believe. And then when Bitcoin was actually like popping off just a little bit, it was October of 2020. And that's when I sold like an idiot. So, and that was only like $10,000. So you cannot, like, we're at this point in time where we can't even compare 2020 to 2024 anymore, because 2020, we didn't have spot Bitcoin ETFs, right? And then we didn't have all this mass adoption. We didn't have all these billionaires buying. We didn't have a Michael Saylor situation. So 2024, I would say, is a much more beautiful situation, and hence why it deserves to be at the price point that it's at. And the fact that it kind of broke records, it broke out of the ordinary Bitcoin chart, because back then Bitcoin every 4 years, right? technically 2021, it was the all-time high. So technically it should be more likely than not 2025 that we see Bitcoin at a new all-time high. But that's not what happened this year, right? This year we already saw Bitcoin at 73 something thousand dollars, crossing the $69,000 mark that Bitcoin had hit back in November 2021. So I feel like it's too hard to compare right now, but I'm just not surprised because if you look back at the charts for Ethereum, like I said, this is just like ingrained in my brain now, and I've said it many times. In the beginning of 2021, Ethereum had hit like around 4,000 something, like probably around 4,200. And people probably thought it was going to hit 5 grand. They probably bought in only to see a slice and dice all the way down to around like 2,800. It basically went under 3 grand. And we're not even there yet, which means I personally feel like we could get there, right? Because now fast forward in 2024, we never even saw a new all-time high. We didn't hit $4,800 for Ethereum, but we did get over $4,000, and then we tumble back down, and now we're like at what, 3,300 recently. So I wouldn't be too shocked if you look at the charts for what happened back in 2021. Like beginning of 2021, Ethereum was over 4,000. Middle, like July-ish of 2021, it had hit like 2,000 something, and then it popped back up by November of 2021, and it went to new all-time highs of 4,800. Not saying that any of this, like past results is not conclusive of future results, right? Like past results do not dictate the future. You just got to know that, all right? Because if that was the case, then we'd be all multi-billionaires, and that's just not the case. Eric the Dream Giver, welcome. 100x, let's go to the moon. Which went 100x? My subscribers 100x? Absolutely. If you guys want to help me out, I know a lot of people think it's funny that I say this because I'm so far away from it. But one can dream. I'm at like almost 8,000 subscribers, and I really want to get to 100,000 subscribers. So please do me the kind favor of just hitting that free subscribe button, and then also just smashing that like. Thank you. Wait, all right. So I was waiting for La Sijayami for your like a comment, but I don't see it yet. Lewis says greed sucks. I just want to hit home runs all the time, but we gotta take the singles and doubles when they present themselves. Yeah. I mean, like I'm burned so badly, and I think I'm so jaded, like throughout my trading career, that some days I'm okay with 10%, man. I'm okay with 10, and I think I'm going to train my brain into being more okay with just being like 10% gains towards the future. Like I've been okay lately, like. For example, my NVIDIA put was expiring either 2025 or 2026. I forgot. And I was up only 10%. And I was like, okay with that. I just took the money, sold my put. Like I'm okay with it. But that doesn't happen all the time. Some days I might get greedy and just leave it. But the thing is, like, once you cut it off, you're like, you look back and you're like, could have made more money. Would have been nice. So it's just the balance and the struggle in, I think that's the hardest part in trading. The struggle of when you are actually not trading, like after you've hit that sell button or after you hit that buy button, the struggle of like either now that I've, let's say, bought GameStop, and the struggle of how high of a conviction do I really have, and second guessing your purchases. Like those are the moments I feel like is the hardest for me. And then when I hit that sell button, it's to like a self internal battle of, okay, did I get out too quickly? Was I too chicken about this? Should I go back in? And then usually I feel like when I go back in, that's generally the wrong choice. Although I do that a lot. And yes, the Magic 8-Ball is here for anybody that wants to ask any questions. It doesn't have to necessarily be stock related, by the way. You can ask about anything. Like, are you going to get 1 million subscribers one day? I'm going to ask that because I actually don't think I'll ever get 1 million subscribers, but I would really like 100,000. All right, Magic 8-Ball. Will I, Living with Lucy channel, ever have? I have a bad feeling about this, guys. Will I ever have 1 million subscribers? Okay, well, it's not that bad. Out of the 20, I think there's 20 or 25 answers. Cannot predict. Meow. It will. I mean, I'm not going to ask again. You know, some things you ask and it's like you already know the answer. For Magic 8-Balls, I definitely think asking questions for like, you know, what outfit should I buy? Or like, will I get to 1 million subscribers? Like those are okay for me to ask. I would never ask things like, should I stay in this relationship? I feel like if you, here's a tip, but not life tip. If you have to ask a magic 8-ball, or what do those people do in the shows? Like when you have to peel off flower petals and be like, does he love me? Does he love me not? When you have to ask questions to like an inanimate object about your relationship, chances are your relationship is not good or it's not going to work out. Sorry, spoilers. Thank you, Eric, the dream giver. Yes, 100x that like button. Appreciate it. It's absolutely free to do so. Let me see. Let me see if my Twitch, sorry, I just like check in on Twitch. Okay, my Twitch is still there. Nobody wants to join on Twitch, huh? Okay. I was like, there's no commenting on Twitch. But you guys, just look down in the description. And I have people asking me like, do I have this? Do I have that? And I know there's like fake accounts like out there pretending to be like me. And the way to figure it out is YouTube, or go on X and follow me, Living with Lucy, LUCI. And you're going to see that I post whatever platforms that I'm actually on. So if you ever have anybody contact you pretending to be me, I would never contact you and ask you for money or ask you for your personal information by any means. So that's obviously going to be fake. But yeah, like if you want to know any platforms that are actually owned by me, it would be under my YouTube description or somewhere on X where I have like a Linktree link, by the way. Eric says you should get some those coin ears, like what they wear at Disneyland for Mickey Mouse. What do I need? Oh, Dogecoin ears. Well, I mean, I have the actual pillow. Like I have the actual Doge pillow. I do have Mickey ears. I bought it in Florida when I went as a teenager with like my mom and my brother. And then I was gonna bring that one actually when I went to Florida again with my friends. But then I chose not to because I was like, it's too memorable. Like I don't want to lose it. And I don't want to get like ruined. So then I bought like Elsa ones this time. I bought like the blue ears with the little veil. It's really cute. But yeah, oh my gosh, crypto. I don't know if there's like, I don't know how mainstream media is like trying to explain this huge drop in crypto, but like what is doing worse? Let's see here. Oh my God. Just seeing like, okay, the good thing about GameStop is it's actually less scary than crypto though, because check out GameStop, $23.90 overnight, but that's so solid compared to like Dogecoin going from 14 cents before the major drop, right? I think Dogecoin was around 14 cents before the major drop, and then now we're at like 11. I'm gonna ask you guys what you think will happen, but I'm kind of scared. Henry says, I hope this sideways action ends soon. Sideways for GameStop, you mean? Because it's down. It's just downwards action if we're talking like crypto right now. Do you think this crypto crash? Okay, well, actually, I'm going to say, how low will Doge go this crash? Because I think this is pretty bad. Like, this is a pretty bad crash. And if we're relying on any positive news that we know are kind of coming towards the crypto community, it's really just the ETH spot ETF, right? And that's supposedly going to start trading the first 2 weeks of July or whatever. So that's still more than a week and a half, 2 weeks, 3 weeks away, maybe, right? So I guess I'll just do like, I'm already at 11 cents. So I'm going to say like 10 cents is the lowest. I don't know what, like there is no floor for Doge because the only floor that I remember was like what, 5 cents, I think. I think it was 5 cents, maybe even 4 cents. I forgot, guys. Refresh my memory if you remember how low we went back in like 2020, 2023 was terrible for Dogecoin, but I just forgot like just how low we had dropped. Let's say 10 cents. I'll do 7 cents. Another option of 5 cents. And then I don't really want to go there, but we'll do 2 to 3 cents. I mean, that would just be game over. That'll be game over for me. If it goes back down under my buy-in price, because my buy-in average is like less than 3 cents overall, I'm going to be pretty pissed. Steven, is it Haas? Hello from Starbase, Texas. Literally. Oh, you're literally there. I'm really jealous. I've seen the Florida SpaceX launch. I've never gone to Texas, and I've never seen Starbase, Texas, obviously, but I hopefully one day I can. Do you have any tips, by the way, Steven? Do you have any tips? Like, if I just buy a ticket to go to like Texas, from LA, do I have to like pay for tickets to go to a certain spot to see these like launches? Or is there like a special spot you recommend folks to like see it? Because when I went to Orlando, this really nice guy that was sitting near me and my friends, I was talking, like, actually, I walked up to somebody with a SpaceX shirt, but he didn't work for SpaceX. But I walked up to this man with a SpaceX shirt, like eating with his like family. And then I'm like, oh, do you have like a spot where you like watch the launch? Because there was a certain launch that I wanted to see at night. Oh, actually, no, it wasn't SpaceX. It was a Boeing launch. But anyways, I asked, and then the guy's like, "Oh, I don't know where to go see it specifically. I don't work for SpaceX." He's like, "I just look at it from my backyard," and I wasn't gonna ask him for his house address. But then somebody else like answered, and then he was like, "Oh, it's like this restaurant that like I think like a lot of astronauts or whatnot used to live," and so I have like a good spot now that I noted for looking at the launches in Orlando. But I don't have a spot in Texas. So if you ever want to leave behind a spot for Texas, let me know. I'm trying to get to 100 subs, Steven says. All right, well, you guys heard Steven. Help him out. If you want to go click into Steven Haas's page, he needs 100 subscribers. No, there are so many places you can watch the launch from. Steven says, I can see the launch from my home. Nice. People watch it from the beach on the boats. Oh, that sounds awesome. Love to be on a boat right now. I love to be anywhere. I'm sweating so hard right now. You probably can't see it because the light is making everything look nicer, but so hot. Some days I'm jealous of people that live in Seattle. Like, I'm one of those Californians that's like, I'll complain when it's raining. I'll be like, why is it raining? And then when it's super sunny, I'm like, why is it so hot? Just like Goldilocks. Nothing's ever good enough. Sup with crypto, like how low BTC gonna go? Oh yeah, so DZ, hi there. I hope I said hi to everybody. LUCI'S, when you following Roaring Kitty in 2020, I wasn't. Oh, sorry, LUCI'S, I was not following Roaring Kitty in 2020. That is like one of my greatest mistakes. I also hated GameStop, by the way, in 2020 because I worked at this office and then I had a coworker that was like buying GameStop and telling me about it, and I was like, psh. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you do that. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy a GameStop at $3. And then now fast forward, I'm basically buying it at like 10x, $30. So I'm buying, wait, no, sorry, not 10x. It's 4 divided by 4. So he probably bought it for like less than $1, right? In today's price. I'm buying it for like 30x the price. So if I'm going back in time, I would kick myself. Anyways, let's look at crypto's coin market cap. It's so bloody bad. Oh my god. Okay, we went from fear and greed index. It just goes and tilts more and more to the fear part every day. It's going towards the red. Last time I looked at it, it was 51. Now it's 49 neutral. Oh god. Overall global crypto market cap is at a 2.27 trillion mark. It is down 3.38% overall. Wait, maybe I need to refresh that. I don't know if that's right. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I just got to go back to the Bitcoin page. First page. And we here. Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't know if we obviously still stayed above 60,000. And I think a lot of people, obviously, who bought Bitcoin spot ETFs earlier this year are not so happy with the results right now and praying that it stays above 60,000. But to be honest, I wouldn't be shocked if it goes to like the $50,000 range because that's still not that bad. I mean, look at everything else, right? Look at everything else still sucks. So for Bitcoin to have crossed its old all-time high already this year in 2024, not even 2025, I think it's a plus. I feel like whoever thought they missed their opportunity and that Bitcoin was going to go to, remember like when Bitcoin first hit 70 and crossed 70,000? I remember there were so many like economists, crypto economists, like crypto strategists and all this stuff like coming out of the woods. They were like, yeah, we're going to head to like $100,000 now. Like just people like missed the boat. I told you to buy, but you didn't get it. And it's like, now those people are silent, right? People were like, oh, it's going to go to 100,000. It's going to go to 200,000. It's going to go to $500,000. It's going to be $1 million within the next 3 years. And now look at where we are. again, I think 62 ain't even that bad. If it goes down and it goes to 50,000, I'm not going to be shocked because it's, again, 50,000. The fact that it was 69,000 in 2021, it's not even like 50% off. Whereas Ethereum is pretty bad right now. ETH is 3,358 with this drop of down 4.33% in the last 24 hours. BNB at 566. Honestly, it could slide to 400 something. Solana, oh my gosh, it is down 16% in the last 7 days, doing worse than Bitcoin. Honestly, Solana is doing the worst out of the whole top 10 because the only one doing second worse compared to Solana is down 16.48% in the last 7 days, and Dogecoin is down 12.51. So Dogecoin is not doing good either, but it's doing better than Solana. So Solana is a number 5 at $124. We got Dogecoin at number 9 at 11.8. Nothing to be proud of here. ADA number 10 is at 37 cents. So really, yeah, oh my gosh. Should have totally just, oh my gosh, Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is doing worse than Solana. It's on number 12, the coin market cap, and it's down 17.15%. And I am so regretting buying that dip for Shiba Inu. I am down on it. And my Uniswap is also down, so I regret buying those dips as well. And my XTZ, it was really a bad move for me to just honestly buy any dips at this point. I mean, I could. Let me know if you think I should buy another dip for crypto, but I'm thoroughly regretting buying the dip. Like what? It's just like you get excited when you see movement and small little dips. You're like, hey, let me play around with that. Okay. That's literally my mindset. I'm like, yeah, it could go back. I'm like, we'll just be in here, like quick one in and out. And it never becomes a quick one. It never becomes a quick one when you overdo it. And I feel like my problem is with crypto is it's so easy to just hit that buy button and then just dollar cost average again and again and again and again, that I've done it so many times now. And I always end up funneling way too much money into crypto. And then I'll be at a loss, and then I'll just be bag holding. So I pray that I don't have to bag hold all the way till 2025. But to be honest, I wouldn't be shocked. Hi there, Payman. I'm around. No need to miss me. I mean, I'm like literally making 10 videos a day. Lewis says, you'll get 100,000 subs after GME blast off, and it sets off altcoin season Doge. Well, yeah, I think like, I don't think I'll get 100,000 subscribers per se, but I feel like, yeah, if GameStop goes to like 10x and I do live streams every day, maybe I'll get to like 30,000 subscribers again or something like that. I think it will grow the channel. And then we'll just have to see my moves from there on out, right? Because if I do make money from GameStop, but then I'm not doing anything with it and I don't make the right moves afterwards, then I don't really see a point, right? Because the whole point here is I'd like 100,000 subs, but I actually like my portfolio to get to like 1 million and then 10 million one day. So the money matters more than the subscribers, although I love you guys. So I just wish you guys all luck on all your portfolios, because Lord knows we need it in crypto today. Steven says there are so many places you can watch the launch from. Okay, cool. I've been to a Starbase. It was really cool. Oh, nice. Eric, you've been to so many places. I'm jealous. There's so many places in the US I think I haven't been to. Like, I feel like I've been to more places outside of the US than in the US, but I'm trying to like do more domestic flights. I got to get like a nice credit card for that or something. A lot of my friends use like American Express for their travels, and then they can stay in the fancy lounges. I don't know how that's like, because I never used one of those fancy flight credit card things. So I don't know which one's the best. And most of the ones that my friends use, they pay like an annual fee for it. So I usually try to avoid that, but we'll see. Eric says, oh, it's a public strait that you can view it on the beach. That's also public. Oh, that's kind of like Florida then, because in Florida, like I could see SpaceX launch just like from the beach. It wasn't that close though. Most people go to Mardi Gras. that costs a little bit of money. It's a resort nearby. Ooh. I remember how much excitement we had in 2021 during the bull runs. Now it's sad roll downhill. Payment. No. I mean, it could still be good. I'm just not sure if like, you know, I'll be there to celebrate with everybody, or if I'm gonna like bounce way before. But I'll still like be excited. I feel like whether I'm there for Dogecoin, like my estimate for Dogecoin, it will still always stay the same. Like I've said it back in 2021, and I'll say it again that I think Dogecoin, the highest prediction I will give it, the highest estimate, just like Kathy Wood is giving Tesla on a bad note, on a bearish market, like 10x. For me, Dogecoin on the greatest bullish market in the next 10 years will go to maximum $3, in my opinion. And I think it could go to $1. I just don't know when. But even with all that, still, I believe it doesn't mean I'm going to necessarily wait for that $1 mark to sell any Dogecoins, right? Like, honestly, at this point, looking at it, I'd be like, I feel lucky even if I sold it at like 69 cents, you know, like it'd be like a hard road back there. Hi there, Tommy. Welcome. I'm shorting Doge Shiba. How are you doing that, by the way? I can't short Dogecoin. I mean, I never shorted any crypto. I don't know what platform or where you're where you're from. But on Robinhood, I can't do that. But even if I could, I don't think I would. But it's all good. It's all good. We can still be friends, even if you're shorting the thing that I own. To be honest, I think everything's fair game. I didn't buy puts on GME. I didn't do it. But if I see GME go to like $45, $60, and stay there for like a day, I might be tempted, to be honest. I might be tempted to buy a put on GameStop. Just like a little drop from $60. I feel like because I've watched it enough times now that when it pumps like crazy from like $10 to $80, it's like, dude, why didn't I buy a put on that, you know? So now I'm just kind of regretting that I didn't really hedge myself with GameStop. I was down 50,000 since 2021, but I gained about 30% of it back thanks to Shiba Inu. Nice. I hope you got rid of Shiba Inu though, payment, because Shiba Inu is not looking good right now. Oh, wait, you're shorting it on Robinhood? Wait, how come I can't? I don't see the option. Wait, is there that option to do that? To short Dogecoin on Robinhood? Are we using the same app? Because I'm on Robinhood Gold. I figure I'd be. No, dude, I only have a buy and sell option. Market order. Yeah, I don't have the ability to short Dogecoin. I can only buy and sell Dogecoin. What's up with that? Are you not in California? Or is it because I'm in California? I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, let me know. Let me know, or in the comment section, or whoever understands how to short Dogecoin. Not saying I'm going to short Dogecoin though. Okay. Well, you guys are like bullish. Not as bullish as you guys. Okay, so my poll asked you, how low will Doge go this crash? 10 cents, 7 cents, 5 cents, 2 to 3 cents. I'm actually going to ask my magic 8-ball before I think I'm going to ask it. But you guys say it's 10 cents. And I think that's very, very bullish. Driscoll Estate. Just taking it nice and easy, not panicking. I bought the dip and it kept dipping. Hi there. Driscoll Estate on Twitch. That's my life. I bought the dip and it dipped a lot more since I bought it. And now I cannot buy any more dips. Well, I have some money set aside. I could buy the dip, but I don't want to because I'm actually saving the money in case, you know, GameStop goes to like $10 or something, you know? So anyways, let's ask. Is the lowest that Dogecoin goes to this crash 10 cents like everyone's saying? I'm not cheating here. Uh-oh. It says yes, definitely. It says that 10. Okay, so again, Magic 8-ball is not financial advice. Okay, I just want to make that clear. It agrees with you guys. Surprisingly, I don't agree with it though. I don't agree with it on this one. I think it's wrong. I feel like we could go under 10 cents. I mean, we already went from 14 cents to 11 cents. So I feel like if we do get to 10 cents, I've watched Dogecoin. I would not be amazed if we go back down to like the 9 and 8. I don't want to go there, and I hope you guys and my magic 8 ball's right. And I swear to God, like I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna give it like a little shrine. I'm gonna buy a little like jelly beans, I don't know, whatever it wants, and I put next to it. I'm gonna pamper this baby. If this crash and like this year and next year we don't see Dogecoin at like honestly 9 cents ever. I don't want to see it at 9 cents. Heck no. But sometimes it's just weird with crypto. Sometimes, like, I don't know if when you watch crypto through the years, at least like I've been watching from like 2020 to 2024, sometimes the charts are really strange and it just feels like it's all these whales and these bots that are doing it, because you will sometimes see like, I remember it was 2021 or 2020. I think it was 2020. There was like that one brief moment where Bitcoin just like tanked all the way down to like $3,000. And like, there's no way you would have been able to get it though. It was just so fast. And like, obviously, like either all the buy orders just like went through and all the bots, like they were able to, like hedge funds or whatever, they were all able to just grasp Bitcoin so quickly. I literally just saw it for a split second after the fact at like 3,000. So I feel like it will hopefully below 10 cents. But yeah, thoroughly regretting not selling in March, right? Whenever Dogecoin was like 22 cents or something. I'm super mad about not selling that because like we just lost 50%, right? Just lost 50% right there. Also regret buying those dips that were like basically looked like baby dips at this point. Those weren't real dips. And then now I'm too scared to buy any more dips, even though this could be the end. Oh, hi there. Oh, there you are. Oh, I recognize you. Driscoll, the Driscoll Estate Show. Okay, your name was like together in one word on Twitch, so I couldn't tell. But yeah, I'm mostly looking at the chat over here, but the quality is supposed to be better on Twitch for those of you guys. Oh man, I'm so overly heated. What else did I want to say? Oh yes. Ow. So I'm happy that GameStop is not $20. There's definitely not that much volume. I feel like it's after hours right now. We'll see at 1 a.m. PST. Hopefully we get more volume. Tomorrow is going to be interesting because crypto is down so bad. I'm curious if this means the stock market will also be down. I feel like it's also going to be interesting to see if Nvidia has another red day. Not that I'm going to get any gains from it because I already sold my put. But if Nvidia has another red day and with a bunch of other like blue chip stocks, it's just going to be pretty rough for everybody. Because generally, like if crypto is doing bad, and if you think like people are taking out money from crypto Sunday night, putting it into the stock market on Monday, and then everything's green, it's like people are making money somewhere. But sometimes you have days where it's just like red, red, red everywhere, and you just don't even know what to do with yourselves. So I hope we don't get that tomorrow. Let's look at, I'm going to look at GameStop right now. Yeah, nothing. We don't have any more Roaring Kitty tweets. And again, I'm not expecting anything because he did disappear for 2 weeks before. And I wouldn't be shocked if that, occurs again. I'm doing okay on my GameStop. But I do wish that it was at $40 instead, even though I wouldn't even sell it at $40 because I'm just going to wait for July 26 when my cover calls expire. So that's my game plan. Waiting for my GameStop cover calls to expire. But if GameStop, let's say, like I said, goes to like $40 or $50, I might just hedge myself and buy a put. So then just in case, if it drops, I can make some money on that. And I feel like until GameStop, I'm just like kind of risky because until GameStop comes out with like I could buy a put, and then the next day Ryan Cohen could be tweeting and being like, all right, I'm gonna go buy a bunch of Bitcoin. And you know what would be crazy if they do plan on buying crypto and now there's like this beautiful dip. I don't understand like when they have to actually fill out the forms, but they already said that they were able to They did that form. I forgot what the form is called, but they're allowed to do mergers and acquisitions. But I don't know if they acquire Bitcoin, does that count, or they have to make like a separate statement to say that they're going to go and buy some Bitcoin. But I hope that they do buy Bitcoin, and especially at these prices. Or maybe they're waiting for it to drop lower, and hence why we're just not hearing anything from them. I think that would also be like a pretty nice outcome. Eric says, yeah, I am friends with some of the people that hang out there, like Ali in Space. I met her when I was down there before. Just interviewed Elon Musk. Nice. Lovely. I wish I could get an interview with Elon Musk. I wish I could get an interview with Roy and Kitty first, actually, right now, and then Elon Musk, and also Taylor Swift. Those are like the 3 that are on the top of my list. Love to know what, like, if you guys even have that. If you could like interview anybody you wanted in the world. Do you have like a list? Is it long, or is it just like one person? Love to know. Let me know. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so trading 2020 versus trading 2024. Thinking back to how far I've come, I am both very, very grateful, because I feel like in the darkest of times, sometimes you don't realize it, but give it a couple of years. Like now looking back at my video from 2020 that I made, and I was like, honestly, not that happy when I made the video, because I remember when I was talking about my unrealized gains, I was like so sad that my portfolio was at one point, like it hit about 100,000, and then it dipped back down, and then my portfolio was like 50,000 when I was making the video. And then I remember, like, as proud as I was still trying to be of my portfolio, I was still like kind of sad, because I was like, oh no, like it used to be so much better. And it's funny because now I'm like in this similar position where, ooh, well, that's sweet. SpaceX Falcon 9 delivers 20 Starlink satellites to orbit from California. Oh yeah. Sorry, it's from my watch. I did hear about that. I did hear that they're having one today in California, but I'm obviously here doing this with you guys, so I don't get to see it in the skies. I'll just have to see if I can find videos of it later. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like I'm in this like funny situation right now where it's like history is repeating itself, where I am feeling the exact same thing as I did in 2020, but I'm actually better off in 2024, right? Like my portfolio in 2020 was not at its old all-time high, because I had went to an all-time high, then it dipped down, but I was still in the green. But it was hard to be that happy about it, because I'm like, oh my God, I had what I had and now I don't have it. And then now in 2024, I'm constantly thinking back to like 2021, and I'm like, oh my God, I had like 2.3 mil. I want to get that back. I'm not even at a mil yet, right? Like I'm like, I went from 2.3 to like 1 million, and I'm like, I really want to get back there, and it's so hard. But knowing both of these things, and knowing that I came a long way through the past 4 years and learned a lot throughout, gotten better at social media, became more confident, and started to do other streams of income in between that, like I have to take a moment and just like pat myself on the back, because I do feel happier now than I was before, and I wouldn't trade to go back in time. I mean, I would trade to go back in time and buy more Dogecoin, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't necessarily, like actually want to be who I was at that point in time anymore. Because I feel like with time, with experience, with knowledge, it does get better. Even though I'm still greedy and I'm still kind of like the same girl that still complaining about the fact that I'm no longer on my all-time high. And I think maybe this is just the gist of it. I think maybe 10 years from now, I will maybe hit like 5 million at one point in my portfolio, but then somehow drop all the way down to like 3 million or something. And then maybe I'll still be sad about that. All right. That's like in a very positive outlook for myself. Or maybe I'll never get across $1 million. And then that's that. I was talking to my brother the other day, and I was like, he's like, social media is dangerous, and like you shouldn't try that hard to get to 100,000 subscribers. And because I say stuff like, I'll do anything to get there, like I will make it happen. And he'll be like, that's dangerous, like you shouldn't be so crazy about social media, because that becomes like a very scary road where people will do anything to make it happen. And I was like, Well, not really, because I say like I have to make it happen, but I'm also realistic where I'm like, okay, if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to cry myself to sleep every night. Like, you just want what you want, you aim for it, you give it like your 100%, whether it's in a relationship or in a career or do your whatever it is that you're aiming after, sports, inventing something like your own startup, really anything in life. I feel like if you just give it 100%, it is what it is. Some of us make it, some of us don't. And if you're in the category that makes it, then great. And if you don't, you're just going to have to be okay with it or maybe try something else. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this stream. I'm going to go and now work on my other e-commerce platforms. Take care. Hopefully now I think I have enough. I think I finally have enough to possibly apply for my Twitch affiliate thingy. So if you want to support me on Twitch, look down in the description below and follow me over there, as I'll probably be doing streams on both ends. And I'll see you guys soon.